Alright guys, there we are. The mission we are doing today is a defensive cast missions. We gotta defend the friendlies that are stationed over here in the village of Grebishak. While we're at it, we might actually check what kind of composition we have set up there. Well, main battle tanks T-80s, T-80U. Okay, we also have an air defense which is a Tunguska. Good, so that's gonna keep him safe from low flying threats. We have 2S1 Gvazdika. This is self-propelled artillery. We also have MTLB, those are the towing trucks we talked about. And we have a bunch of ATZ, that's a fuel truck. So that's their support element over there. We have a bunch of, let's see, we have SA-8s, which are also, I think they're going to be very, very busy. So Sukumi, guys, is where that Sam was stationed in our previous mission. So I guess this base could be populated, and they could actually start. They could launch some enemy aircraft from there. I don't have intel detailed enough to tell me what kind of, or was it Gudeuta? Yeah, probably Gudeuta was that airbase with the SAM. Yeah, this is where the SAM was. So I don't have intel detailed enough to tell me what kind of squadrons the Georgians have and where they are. I only have some pretty sparse intel on what are the presumable composition and location of the blue guys. Now over here we have some T-72 BMTBs or MBTs rather. We have a bunch of lows. And of course an SA-13 Strelem. So I think those are going to be traveling as a package. So I'm going to reference this bridge over here, or this cluster of bridges. We have one land bridge, we have two water bridges. One is railway, one is road bridge. So I'm going to reference this point and start my search from there. Of my first search vector is going to be over to the west along the road. So I'm going to be painting that piece of ground over there with my Squall to search for any movers. So I believe the intel advised me they would be moving. So I'm going to reference this. I'm going to be my start point. I'm going to start searching west from there, and this is pretty much all I have. Now a good thing is that we have some those FARPs. Those are heliports, so you can actually launch some ground attack choppers just to hover over this area of Grebishak and to paint paint the road as well. I mean, it's not a whole lot. I know the KG-50 can launch Vickers missiles up to 8 or 9 kilometers from low altitude. So this is 6 kilometers towards the bridge. So if we have any, if we have the capability over here to launch choppers and let him hover over there, over Grebishak, it's a really short flight. It's 9 kilometers to the southeast and east. Let him hover over Grebishak and let them continuously survey this road over here, starting from those bridges to the southeast east. Those, I'm gonna call them Gagra. So this is this is the town over here, the town of Gagra. Let them paint those Gagra bridges, and anything that crosses the bridges, engage. Okay, so this is my preferred tactic, really, guys. Choppers are good for defensive casts. Of course, SU-25Ts are not so bad themselves, but really I would opt for choppers for this mission. But hey, You know, remember guys, we don't have a lot of freedom over here in DCS World campaigns, so we really have to we really have to play along pretty much with the with the script, because essentially this is what it is. It's been pre-scripted. It doesn't react to too good to your actions, guys. It doesn't have this dynamic element. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this mission 2 loadout. This mission 2 loadout is going to be um, something like this. I'm still gonna use the LLTV. Of course, it's gonna add a bunch of weight there, but it's really gonna highlight those. Well, I didn't want to do that. Come on, pot. It's really gonna highlight those dark areas of the terrain, and it's gonna let me see if there's anybody really hanging around there. Now, I'm gonna skip on the KH-29Ts just because I'm expecting some moving targets, and the 29Ts are, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think they're not so great on moving targets, and they're pretty clumsy in flight, I think. So I'm gonna opt for a laser guided solution. We pretty much have over here on the missiles KH-29, or I'm gonna go with the S-25L. I know it's a pretty short range missile, but it's perfectly fine. We have those SA-13s to worry about, but I think that going slightly higher than we normally would, we can actually cheat those SA-13s. We can actually launch outside their range. I'm gonna go ahead to wingtip or 60s over here to the left and right respectively. I'm not gonna take any jammers. I don't have any reported radar SAM from the enemy. Of course, this could change very dynamically in the tactical environment. Missiles. I'm gonna take my Vickers mounts over there. There we go. And of course, guys, really, when you are a two ship and you have your number two or even a number one, it really depends on inner flight briefing and organization. Remember, one guy can actually take anti-radiation missiles and can take uh, the seed pod. I call it seed pod, but it's actually a phantasmagoria pod over here on the center line. So we can actually detect any SAM fire control radars or any radar emitters on the ground. It can classify some of those, so you can effectively target enemy emitters, and it can effectively provide seat cover for your buddy or for your friendly flights. So one guy would take this seed pod, and it's going to take some anti-radiation missiles, and the other guy is going to be into ground attack configuration. So it can really be very, very flexible with a two-ship flight, and even for a four-ship flight. I think four-ship flights are very rare with frog foots, but anyway, you can set up four-ship flights, and you can be very, very flexible. Maybe one element can do ground attack, and the second element can do seed. So a lot of capabilities there. So I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna take another S25L. Guys, really, what the S25L is all about? This is an S25 rocket, unguided rocket, and it has a laser guidance kit strapped to it, and effectively is turned. Pretty much the dumb rocket is turned into a smart rocket that can guide onto a laser. Energy reflected off the target. So very, very cheap solution. It's a lot like the JDAMs, the NATO forces have. It's basically a Mark 84 bomb with just a flight correction kit strapped to it, or the LGBs that are essentially a dumb bomb with laser guidance kit strapped to it. So it's really all that is. So I'm gonna go ahead with those S25. I'm gonna put the S25Ls. I know those are cheap, and they're very good for for our purposes. Now I'm going to knock down on the fuel just a little bit. All right, we're right over there at 100%. So yeah, this is my mission to load out, guys. So going back to the map just to make sure I didn't overlook something. So this is my tactic for today. And of course, ideally I'm going to be launching some whatever we have, SU-20, SU-27s, MiG-29s, whatever we have, just to provide some air cover while we are hanging around in this area. So I don't think the Georgians or the NATO troops have actually some form of air element simulated into those campaigns. So I think we're pretty safe. Anything apart from choppers, from attack choppers and transport choppers, I don't think it's simulated over here. So it's not a full-blown air war as you probably saw so far, guys. But this is a different approach that the DCS guys have taken into putting together those campaigns. So it's not necessarily bad. It's just different. Okay, so yeah, as I said, this is going to be my tactic over here. Those bases, I think that should, I don't know what their capacity is. I don't know how many choppers we have. But I think at least four choppers we should launch over here and let them hover around, let them loiter around over here, over Grabashak, and paint the road that goes to the east along the coastline. Anything that crosses, anything on this road, anything that crosses the bridges 6 kilometers to the east on that road is considered hostile. So yeah, this is pretty much it. So see you guys see you guys on takeoff. Alright, guys, there we are. So moving throttles up, we are stable. Looking for steer point number 4. It's 25 clicks off to the east, or to the southeast rather. Yeah, much more stable on our takeoff run in this loadout config. And guys, we have upgraded basically the entire squadron. We have upgraded one of those new RWRs I was telling you about, and they are actually gonna tell me when we have missiles launched at us. So it's gonna improve. It's gonna improve the capabilities of the frog foot that much more. You can even go ahead and automatically dispense flares, I think, in the real jet. But I'm not sure over here in DCS that's an option. So I'm going ahead. I'm going to go ahead and reference tier 4. I'm going to go ahead, turn on a bunch of stuff. Go ahead, turn on reference tier 4. Tier 3, I know it's friendly. Tier 4 is suspected enemy, and that's also the bridge cluster. That's also the bridge cluster I was talking about. Looking for 20 clicks, 20 clicks from the start, scanning that piece of ground over there. Okay, well, very nice shadows here over the water, clouds. Very happy with those textures. Okay, we are at 20, so go ahead and send the scan up. Uh-oh, got a bunch of returns there. It's those are a bunch of trucks. I'll make sure I find the bridge intersections. Okay. Okay, we have a bunch of trucks. Whoa, choppers. Choppers. Okay, those are the bridges, alright. Okay. Those are the bridges. I'm gonna let two engage. Okay, some kind of glitch over here. Definitely have some what is it? Some technicals over there. Uh, Definitely have some technicals. Yes, they were right over here. I don't think those are flying. There's the road actually. There's I'm gonna make a quick scan on the road. Those are all CV vehicles. I'm gonna be shooting at them. Have a bunch of trucks, bunch of soft skins. Have one truck over here. I'm gonna start him off. Yeah, I also saw some bodies, some choppers. Okay, this far, this should not really be rifle. Okay, we have some SAM launch. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got a bunch of SAM launches there. And this thing's getting wild already. Getting a bunch of launches. Those guys, I'm assuming they're right there. Yes, right over one of those hills. Okay. They're right on the road, so we'll make a quick turn for them. There they are. Those system launch. Boom. So visual number 2. I'm gonna say to extend west, and then come back. Vehicles on the road. Come on, come on, come on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We had a bunch of SAM launches there. Okay, I didn't get any luck in this run. So we try to turn around there, right where the smoke is. I know there should be somebody. I know there should be somebody over there. We have a bunch of SAM launch. Somebody's flaring over there. It should be my number 2. Okay, from the west. Yeah, tell you this guy. Whoa, bunch of AAA units. Let me check this guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's a rifle. That's a scratch. Coming off. Tell you these guys coming from right from over the water, from the west. So apparently we have at least a pair of frog foots in addition to us. There was a good hit. I would say engage ground targets. They should really engage ground targets. Tell it is go ahead, launch all those heavy missiles off, and I should be able to maneuver a lot better after that. Whoa, 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 whoa. bunch of trip away from that first target reference. That first target reference should put me right on target. There we go. MBTs. Putting some rudder on. Rifle. We're super low on this one, and I know they've parked. Whoa, somebody's getting a bunch of tracers on the S6. So I'd say all front foots in this target area near the coast road. Check their S6s, because it's very easy to target fixate there and don't see that you're getting engaged. I'm gonna do the same thing myself. I see somebody flaring over there too. It's calling a bunch of bandit calls. I don't think I see any bandits. I have a bunch of whoa, yeah, using heavy trip away. I would say RTB2. I just don't hang around this environment. Heavy trip away, heavy tread environment. I have a bunch of speed. So I'm gonna go ahead over the top there. I'm gonna pull myself right over target. I know this first target reference is a good target reference because you got a bunch of armor there. Those smokes, the westernmost smokes. There we go. I think that those are T-72's rifle. That's a scratch. We're scratching by a bunch of T-72s, so we want to make sure we don't have any leakers that are actually traveling on the road. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we should be doing good. Whoa, there we go, 60. Yeah, now we're talking. Have 3 more of those big boys, so we should be over. We should be good over here. I'm gonna make one more surge over there in those those smokes further east. The road are gonna be my next scam point. We're doing good on fuel, 2900. So we can really have a bunch of heavy triple. I'm not concentrating on the triple A's, guys, just because I want to eradicate any armor, really. But whoa, we have another lock up there. That's gonna be a rifle. And turn around, don't we have to phase the target? Turn around as much as we can. Boom, that's another scratch. Okay, guys, keeping it relatively high G turn. It's a 5G turn. Okay, I should do a little bit more. I don't want to do a lot more with this loadout. So making sure I maneuver. Those guys are bunched up over there pretty well, and that's exactly what I want. You can see what kind of mess we made there. I'm gonna start actually walking across the road further east now. This intersection over there. So a bunch of splashes. I think that this is what they were talking about actually. This bridge intersection. We have a valley target there? No, it's not a valley target. Come on. We have valley. Oh yes, baby. Yes. Rifle. It's a huge missile, guys. Really. So come on. Boom. And we're staying hard on a stick there. In order to make the turn away from the target. Staying active there. Going up, I know this area holds a bunch of targets there, and artillery also I have a rough idea where they are, and they're actually putting some rounds in their vicinity. We got those splashes pretty fast, so I'm really hoping those guys have come to their senses and actually put some choppers over here over Grab Shop and start engaging any targets. So guys, it turns out we actually have two bridge intersections, and I was getting into one further to the east. That was the wrong one, and we overflew the target and got engaged. So it really helps to know where you are. But it's a rifle. Coming off target now. We have okay. All the SAMs. I think all the SAMs are down. I'm gonna shoot a bunch of Vickers there on some targets of opportunity, and I'm gonna call it a good mission, guys. Hopefully this percentage stays up there by the time I land. Coming up there, going over, and back to the east. Have a bunch of splashes there. I think already splashing a bunch of targets. Well, even there's enough vehicles that they're definitely marking targets for us, so I can reference those hits, and I can start walking. There we go. I can start walking my targeting box across the row like so. Let me see if we have some. Nope, not seeing anything. Hang around there for a few more minutes there. I'm gonna scan this area over here. And this, and guys, I mean the missile came straight from below. So the first missile actually launched at us. So there's no way really we could have seen that. So that could be a really bad hit. As you can see, that the system warned us of that launching with two defensive actions, so it really extends the capabilities of the jet quite a bit. Coming back towards this target cluster there. Let's see if we have anything left. Whoa, we have one MBT left. We're hoping I'm going to be able to... Oh, come on. Rifle. Boom. So those guys have started moving there. We're exceeding the angle of attack limit there. Of course, that's not a good idea. An angle of attack over here, guys. This is what you shouldn't exceed. 20 degrees, as you can see. If I pull, there we go. Go into this area. You get this flutter. The aircraft starts shaking around. That can pretty much stop flying. So don't exceed too much your angle of attack. I mean, you don't need it. I'm gonna turn back towards this area. This distance, it's not any tanks over there, not visible. So I want to turn back towards, well, 90%. We're doing good. So that's gonna be my last round. I'm gonna go ahead and land. So I don't want to risk this percentage to drop back to zero. You know, because the way things are with this DCS World rating systems, you never know. So I think I'm clear. Oh, no. There we go. I have one more over here at this point. I'm gonna go ahead, use my trim, use my stick to put myself in good position rifle, just to make those gimbals. There we go, it's one more hit. I'm gonna put some nose up trim back on. I'm gonna go ahead and land. I'm gonna go ahead and land, and hopefully those 90% there are gonna be there by the time I touch the ground. So good, good work. Now, hopefully, we had some attack choppers also doing some work. They're probably doing some work right now, although I don't see them. I definitely saw some choppers coming from the east, so those might be Georgian choppers. But really happy about this one. I'm not even gonna save some fuel there. I'm gonna go full throttle towards base. I think two got hit. Actually, no. I'm gonna RTB by number two. Well, he has some kind of trouble there. Okay, 20 miles. I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, 25. No, not miles, but 25 clicks. I'm gonna go ahead and contact Sachi. Okay, on this landing, guys, I'm gonna use my drogue chute because that's pretty much the SOP, and of course we have some more weight to us, so really gonna use the drogue chute in this one. Right, 20 clicks. Sachi 504, inbound 1000.
Сочи, 103, возврат. 103, Сочи, следуйте курсом 267, удаление 19, давление 757,49, посадочный 06, занимайте высоту круга.
Okay, pretty much standard instruction. We're doing visual approach, by the way. We're gonna still reference the ILS, but we're getting down to approach pattern altitude, which I think we agreed on. It's gonna be 600, 650. And also, I'm gonna go slightly up. I'm gonna also try to line up my base over here.
103, работайте с посадкой.
Okay. Gonna pull some throttle back. I'm gonna start turning for final. That's flaps in the air. Down. And correct your drag you just introduced with your throttle. Flaps are down. Air brakes are up. You can hear all that wind resistance there, just making that noise. Very good sound environment. And we're getting slow. We're getting much more sluggish over here.
Сочи, 103, разрешите посадку.
103 final.
103, Сочи, посадку разрешаю. Посадочный 06, ветер у земли 270, скорость 3 метров в секунду.
Okay, go ahead, work with the trim, because we have a bunch of airplane wants to pull certain way or push certain way, so use your trim to be nice and stable, guys. Really, you should be flying your airplane with just 2 fingers. It should be that easy to fly. Okay, so this is the marker. That's why the marker of beacons. Going on final. Well, not on final, just about. There we go. Boom. Pull it. There we go. We just kissed the runway. Now go ahead. Drogue chute is out. And as you can see, the dramatic deceleration. Now we disconnect the drogue chute. And you can see how dramatic the deceleration was. So this really is, flaps go up. This really is what the drogue shoot is all about. So I'm gonna go back over here.
Один ноль три. Заруливайте на стоянку.
Yes. Just missed it. I think if I kept onto the drogue shoot for 1 or 2 more seconds, I could have made actually this turn over here. We just get backtrack over here. It's perfectly fine. We don't have anybody behind us. Of course, ATC permitting, we can always backtrack on the active runway just to make those exits there. And of course, this puts us straight onto the ramp. Well, we have I think one more, yeah, front foot. I think that's number 2 actually. I'll land it there. We have a bunch of hot weapons, so I'd really like to save those weapons. Shut this thing down and look at a bunch of intel pictures and plan the next missions from this point on. I think this is where we should actually stop. Yes, that might be number 2. Or that might be. No, that's not. Certainly not number 2. That's Frankfurt Alpha. Can turn off. Turn the engines off. There we go. Very noisy environment. Whoa, his nose is blown out, and this is the guy that was actually making his west runs over there from the west over the water. We actually have spinning blades. Wow, I'm very impressed. It's very detailed stuff. So this is actually the guy. So he was pretty much a singleton. He was also based off Sachi, so that's something new I learned actually. We have probably a squadron of it's 25 alphas based off Sachi as well. So guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna check some quick debriefs over there, but I think we should be pretty well. Well, there we go. None of our vehicles got destroyed, but on the contrary, 16 blue vehicles were destroyed out of 63. So that's pretty much. I think that's pretty close to a third, or just below a third of the enemy vehicles that actually deployed in this episode of the campaign got destroyed. And guys, remember, those were just me, my number 2, and this guy that you just saw 10 taxi across. So if 3 jets were able to cause this havoc, guys, you know, I can imagine what if we put actually some choppers